Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. Welcome to Shifting Perspectives. If you are new to my channel, I am a psychologist, philosopher, sociologist of 30 years. I am so ecstatic over this. I had a conversation last night, a meeting that lasted about 2 hours. And in this meeting, it was a massive, comprehensive shift of myself. When I got into the garden, I had a block, a mental block. And this mental block prevented me from advancing my business forward. When I consulted with people, everyone assumed that my problem was money. So I did a whole lot of breaking down money, analyzing it. And no matter how much analyzing of money, it was not clearing out this blockage. And in hindsight, I can say, oh, they projected their own money issues onto me. And because I was looking for an answer, I ended up basically conforming my subconscious mind to their issue. So I internalized their projection of a money issue, and which is a problem with leading a conversation. When you project or you lead a conversation, you end up internalizing without realizing you've done it. Now, the subconscious mind, which was in a let's protect Anna, let's completely divert her from the actual problem, took up this concept, this projection of money being my issue, and latched right onto it as a red herring. So when you have a subconscious mind that is basically in a protect the unit mindset, it will take any kind of a projection and use that as a red herring to throw off the individual from locating and identifying the actual problem. My actual problem was something that I like to call time hoarding. And last night, while I was talking to this individual and he was asking me questions, breaking down what my problem was, what obstacles I was running into with my business, I was finally able to explain time hoarding. Now, this is a concept that every time I looked at it, my subconscious mind did a smoke and mirror show where it immediately sent me a diversion. It gave me amnesia. I blacked out, equivalent to a flop response. And by the time I was able to collect my thoughts and resume work, I had completely forgotten that I had A, examined a problem, B, entered problem solving mode to dissect this issue that I had, and three, completely was oblivious, amnesiac levels to realizing that I had even flopped, blanked out, and been diverted. This is how crafty the subconscious mind is. And we call these blockages. And the problem with that term blockage is it doesn't clarify or identify the actual problem. So we're going to break down blockages right now. When you have a blockage, what is really going on is your subconscious mind is basically in a hyper sense of protecting you. And it uses amnesia, it uses diversion and avoidance, and it uses a hyper focus or an inability to focus in order to pull this off. And the subconscious mind doesn't favor one of these things, it does all of them. So you get amnesia, avoidant diversion, hyperfocus, or an inability to focus, all hitting you at the same time. So that every time you go to inspect the problem or problem solve, your subconscious mind throws you a red herring and literally diverts your attention elsewhere and then wipes your memory completely clean of this so that you could have a problem for years without realizing it, because every time you try and examine this, your subconscious mind plays interference. So this results in a blockage. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I've tried, but nothing seems to work. Getting around the subconscious mind is all about soothing the subconscious mind. Basically, the subconscious mind views something as so dangerous that it is in protective mode. And the subconscious mind almost becomes the nurturer for you. But its idea of nurturing is not soothing or reassuring. Its idea of nurturing is literally amnesia, diversion, and altering your ability to focus. The When you have a problem and the words "I don't know" is a really good tip off right there. If you are using the words "I don't know," that right there is your red flag that your subconscious mind is doing this to you. So this is basically a how to outsmart your subconscious mind. If you find yourself oblivious to a problem, oblivious to a solution, where you are just constantly regurgitating, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Excuse me. This really bothers me. This is something I really, really, I hate that. If you are constantly being confronted with the words, I don't know, if you find yourself saying them frequently, this is a red flag that your subconscious mind is playing interference. And the subconscious mind is not going to be nice about this because, according to the subconscious mind, there's a lot to lose and it will do so at any cost. So now you've got to find a way to get around and outsmart your subconscious mind. Now, trying to outwit your subconscious mind is not a good transaction. It's not a good plan of action because that's going to make your subconscious mind even more alert, more fearful, and it's going to basically turn up the ante on this. So the best thing to do is to soothe, calm, reassure, validate. This is basically where you want to get right into it and address the empathy and the validation. You have to convince your subconscious mind that you can handle whatever it is they're wanting to hide from you. It's an actual conversation that you're going to want to have with your subconscious mind where you literally tell your subconscious mind, hey, I need this information and I can handle it. We're going to problem solve it and it's going to be okay. But I need the information. So if you hear the words I don't know come out of your mouth, you need to have a conversation with your subconscious mind where you soothe, you reassure. Now, the best thing for this is basically taking action so that you actively positive affirmations. This is my official diagnosis. This is it right here. This is the cure. You're going to want positive affirmations. You're going to want to manifest your subconscious mind to be cooperative. You are going to want to manifest your cooperation. And you are going to want to soothe. The precise soothing and wording on this is going to be you are capable of handling this situation. You are capable of solving it. You are capable, you are skilled enough to resolve this problem. This is 100% attributed to self-trust and a belief that you cannot resolve your own problems. And what you need to do basically is change your self-trust through positive affirmation and manifestation, where you basically reassure your subconscious mind that yes, you can self-trust, that you can resolve the problems, that you are in a position where you can manage your crisis, that you can handle it, and that you can make the decisions necessary. Now, if you don't believe this, this is where the positive affirmations, the manifestation, and basically the meditation is going to step in. It might take 3 to 6 months, depending upon how there's a lot of factors. There are so many factors. The leading factor is your education level, and it's also your own ability to manage yourself. It's how far along in your healing you were, and it's also the severity of your trauma. So that's really it. It's how educated are you? Where are your skills as far as self-management? Are you a beginner or are you advanced or are you experienced? Where are you on your skill set for managing? Where are you on your healing journey? If you just started your healing journey and you might be highly educated, but you just started your healing journey, it might not be ready. You might be trying to access information that your subconscious mind is basically, look, that's a level 30 and you're at a level 2. You have to go through all these levels to get to this point. And then the next one is the severity of your trauma. So you might have high education, you might have an experience, a high skill set with managing yourself, you might have be well along in your healing journey, but if you are experiencing severe trauma, if you just recovered from severe trauma, that's going to be a factor. So these 4 things are the primary factor on how much time it's going to take, bottom line. So, when you get all of this information together, you are basically looking at using positive affirmations, you are statements, combined with manifesting your own cooperation. And when you combine those two things together, definitely at night when you're sleeping, when you're going to bed, it absolutely brings a lot together for you so that your subconscious mind basically calms down, feels soothed and allows you the information that you're trying to access, releasing the blockage in your mind. But it all comes down to your ability to trust yourself to resolve your own problems. And that is like the core of everything. So instead of focusing on, I want more money, or I want this problem, or I want to make sure that this is, instead of focusing on that, it's don't focus on that aspect. Focus instead on your ability to resolve your own problems and self-trust. Self-trust yourself to manage the situation, handle the situation, and make decisions for yourself. This is all about you believing in yourself, which is all about the first ethic. The stronger you build up that first ethic, your ability to self-nurture, then the more likely you are to handle all of the situation, do what it is you're supposed to be doing. So if you focus on self-nurturing and self-trust to resolve your problems, when you do the positive affirmations and the manifestation as a means to soothe your subconscious mind will turn down its alert system, its fear system, and release the information to you so that you can resolve it. And you're going to want to couple that with your defense system and your boundary setting. When you increase your defense and your boundary setting, that is going to go way up. And when that goes way up, that's going to reinforce that your fear system is no longer needed and it will shut that down. So that is handling blockages with the subconscious mind. And it can be applied literally for anything. If you try and ask people for advice, you run into a risk. This is a big problem. You run into a risk of them projecting their own problems onto you, and your subconscious mind will jump on that projection and internalize it, using it as a red herring to divert you from the actual problem. So, asking for advice in this case is actually significantly detrimental. And in my example, with my experience with this, it delayed me an entire year because whenever I asked for advice, people kept throwing the same projection at me. And so I spent a year with my subconscious mind using that as a distraction from the actual problem. So I strongly say do not ask for advice. You want to leave your subconscious mind. It's between you and your subconscious mind. And when you bring a third party perspective into the situation, your subconscious mind is just going to eat that information up and fuel it for a red herring and throw you off the track to keep you safe. So the best thing to do is when you are at an I don't know what's wrong with me, I don't know what's going on with me, the best thing you can do is absolutely go on a one-on-one with your subconscious mind and address your first ethic, your self-trust, your positive affirmations, manifesting your safety, security with your subconscious mind, and then increasing your boundary setting and your defense system. So if you love shit like this, like, subscribe, follow, comment below, let me know what part of the show resonates with you. And to learn more about what it is I do and offer, click on the link below. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.